We're waiting for Anna. Right, okay. So just as I was saying, so the Gender Equality Charter is simply to just say that no woman will be left behind in the borough. So there's so many events that would normally do. And I was saying to you that normally the month of March is the month for women. So we have the International Women's Day on the 8th of March, but the council has even gone further. So the whole month of March, from the 1st to the end of March, is usually we'll call it Women's Month in the borough. However, this year is even different. It's a centenary year, the 100 years when women got the right to vote. Yeah. So this year we're actually celebrating women from January to December. Let's go down to and obviously the have so many events. Thank you. And obviously the leadership of the council is actually out for this to know that we have to celebrate women. So women past, present, and the future. Last week we launched the Museum for Women, East End London's museum, and that museum is going to be based in Barking and Dagenham. Barking and Dagenham has actually given a long lease in one of our new buildings, just there by Abbey Ruins, so that we can house this museum. And this museum obviously would talk about women of the past, what they've done. We know about Mary Woverscroft, we know about all the Ford machinists, you know about all the, sorry? Yes, Joe Richardson, you know, all our women who have done so much on equality in this borough. They will be displayed in that museum. And obviously presently, and you know, as women, we're also making history. So maybe one day we will end up in that museum. I think I want to end up as well in that museum. So people can come in and see what I've done, what we've achieved. And we can do that. And also women of the future. So we launched that last week, and there will be so many more events in the year. Which is next week, we're launching Her Story. And I'll give each person a copy of it. Oh, wow. So we have the leader of the council here. Supporting women, always supporting women in the borough. So thank you, leader. So just quickly, before I get him to say a few words. So Her Story will be launched next week. And I'm going to give you each one of these leaflets. And it's about the activities that will be happening throughout the year. Like I said to you, it's not just 1 month this year, it's actually from January to December. And that's how much leadership and this borough values women. You know, so we're going to do that. And I'm so excited that, you know, we want everyone to get involved. So if you're in this assembly now and you're not yet involved, you don't even know what you do, or you want to group yourself together and do something during this year of women, please make sure that you let me know, because we have officers who are dedicated to make sure that all these events happen in the year and that we have a fantastic year that we will all remember. So Her Story will be launched next week. And then the Women Empowerment Month is still happening in March. On the 8th of March, we'll have the launch of the Women Empowerment Month. That as well, we'll be inviting people, we'll be inviting you to come along and listen. So we have seminars, we have panels of high caliber women who will be coming to speak to us throughout the month of March. So that's something that you need to look forward to. And I can tell you, we have fantastic women who have signed up that they're going to be coming. We have the head of British Gas, Barclays Bank, you know, and the leader made sure that we got the best of the best. So please make sure you are at that event on the 8th of March. And I'll tell you more about that after this. And finally, yeah, I think I said Women Empowerment Month. So you can attend every of the events that we have in the borough this year. Please make sure. And obviously, we have the highlight of our Women's Empowerment Month, which is the Women Empowerment Awards. How many of you were at the awards last year? Women Empowerment Awards. Fantastic event. Fantastic event. So when we launch the award, please nominate someone. Nominate a woman. There's different categories. Please make sure you go out there, nominate someone. We have Woman of the Year, Business of the Year. You know, just nominate. Make sure that you get someone into that nomination so that we can continue to celebrate our women. We are important to this authority. We're important to the world. And like I always say, train a woman, you have trained a nation. So we are a nation, we are builders. And wherever you have women, you have builders. So we're not going to be pulling down, we're going to be building. And that's the aim. So coming together as women, I can see champions in us. I see champions, I see builders in us. So let's come together. Let's build our community, whichever community we come from. Let's be builders. Let's come together. Let's champion things. And finally, there's the Equality Hackathon this Saturday coming. And we're going to have it in the BLC, just right in front of us there. The reason for the hackathon is because when we've spoken to women, they've told us two things. There's the pay gap is still too much. We want to narrow the pay gap. In fact, we want to have equal pay. But how that would happen, we got to work together to make that happen. We've also got the safety issue. So those are the two challenges that we'll be looking at at the Equality Hackathon. So come, let's talk together, let's reason together, let's develop an application, let's see what we can do, what we can say together that would, and any winning idea gets 500 towards developing that winner. And to be honest, I've had partners who wants to work with us on this. So women, let's do it together. We can do it. And let the council, let the borough count on us as women, because they know that we are builders, and we're not going to shack in that responsibility. We're going to help together to build this community. So thank you for coming, and thank you for coming to the town hall. I'm really proud of you to have women.
Thank you so much, Councillor Bright. That was really awesome. I'd just like to invite the leader of the council, Darren Rodwell, just to share a few words with us. Thank you so much.
I can't follow Shanae as she is a woman, and it's very clear that men should always follow women, because my wife tells me that. But she is right, absolutely. What do we really believe in? Well, we believe in everyone being equal. We talk about one borough, one community. That's with 130 different cultures in this borough. That's with different people, different backgrounds, sexualities. But actually, who are we really? We're people. We're people that care about one another. We're people that want to develop where we want to go. So when we introduce the borough concept of what a person is and the equality between people, it's from the very essence about who we are. So the first council in the land to do the gender equality charter. It was a simple thing to think about, because actually throughout the history of this borough, going back to St Ethelburg and probably before St Ethelburg in 666, women played the strongest role, because actually women lead the family. And I say that as somebody who's always seen that. So when it was my nan was the person that led and developed the family. My mum was the person who developed and led my immediate family. There was also some disagreements between my mum and her mother-in-law, because they were both strong women. Yeah? But I now look at it in my relationship. For me to be leader, when it comes to making sure, sometimes I'm on time, and when maybe a sofa could be turning up at 1 o'clock today, where I should be at home. I hope this isn't live, because I will be in trouble, because I'm meant to be there now. She told me, make sure you're not late. Right. But the truth of the matter is, it's leadership, and it's partnership, and it's standing side by side. No one is in front, and no one is behind. And that's what I believe in when it comes to what we're doing. So whether we talk about Women Empowerment Month, it shouldn't be just a month. It shouldn't just be the year. It should be continuous, like it has been in the past and where it will go into the future. And we're proud to say in Barking and Dagenham that we will do everything we can, feasibly can do, to tell people the technical change. So we can bring up the charters. We can make sure that the cabinet now has 6 women and 4 men on it. I can make sure that I have 2 deputies, 1 male, 1 female. So it shows balance. That's a technical change. But where we've really got to get to is that emotional change. Yeah, we've got to say to relationships between men and women, women and women, men and men now, that actually you're all welcome, but we've got to decide how it's going to work for the wider community. And that's really important. But that means we've got to have a proper conversation about equality, proper conversation about equal pay, a proper conversation about self-worth. And the fact that we're going to do the first ever Women's Rights Museum is an embarrassment to this country's history. Because actually this should have been done long before my time, but I'm proud to the fact that we are the first ones. So, with that all said, and I'm now getting really nervous because I know it is getting closer and I've got to get back to date. I'm not there in time when they do turn up. I'm not sure how much longer I'll be leader for because I may be over the marshes. But it's a wonderful time, and I did wonder whilst I was having my meeting next door, because my office is next door, why there was all this laughing. And now I know. And carry on, because no one upsets a woman. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So moving on swiftly, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's just been a phenomenal morning. Have we gained anything from coming forward today? Have we learned anything? Have we sort of had any connections with other people? Yes, and that is what it's all about, basically. I decided to set up All Women's Network Meetup for the purpose to be able to inspire each other and to network together and collaborate together. And also this year we'll be celebrating 100 years of women's vote. And part of it is basically this pilot that we're doing here. And so we're based here for 3 months at the Barking Town Hall, courtesy of Councillor Sade. Thank you so much. And so, you know, we want to get discussion going. We want to talk about women empowerment. We want to talk about women's rights. We want to talk about, you know, the gender pay gap. What can we do? What kind of ideas can we bring to the table? How can we work together with the council to make sure that this solution, that there's, you know, all the problems that we've raised, that we find solutions to them. So next month, the 27th of February, we're back here again. We're going to be talking about health. Some of us have found it so hard and difficult to be able to book an appointment with the GP, to be able to get the right services from NHS. Well, guess what? I've got an independent person coming from NHS who is going to be able to give you support, advocate support, and to be able to tell you how to write a complaints letter, you know, to deal with the issues that you have with NHS. So I've got 2 great speakers coming, very good experience in health. So we really want to kick off, you know, this year, really get into the heart of the matter. And this wonderful lady, if you watch her show on Facebook every Sunday, EK Show, she really gets to the heart of the matter. And, you know, EK is somebody that I would like to invite to actually come, because when she starts, she's fire, you understand? So she has a very good knowledge in those kind of areas. So let's work together, you know, let's build ourselves together as women. Councillor Shadi has already said, it's, you know, you can do whatever you want to do, you understand? All you need to do is just to take the first step. Yes. Last year, one of my goals was to do this. I said, I just want to do a 3-month pilot, and then I prayed about it. You know, I'm a believer, I'm a Christian, you understand? I said, God, if you want it to be, then let it be. And then, even though I said, if you want it to be, let it be, I decided to make, you know, steps. I decided to take actions. And the actions I took was SMART goals. I used a tool which is the SMART goal. You understand? I was very specific with what I wanted. I wanted to be able to measure it, and I also wanted to be able to make it realistic. Do you understand what I mean? And then I spoke to Councillor. She said, okay, let's see what we can do. Let's shovel some things around, and we are here today. A room full of powerful women and men. Do you understand what I mean? So you can do whatever you want to do. Remember that you can make a difference, you can make a change wherever you are. Use your resources. Do you understand? This is Barking and Dagenham. I came from Newham, and when I came from Newham, I wanted to be able to do what I did in Newham with residents of Barking and Dagenham, and I took the first step. I've always had a vision to start a women's network. It was my baby. I was pregnant for 9 months. I shared it before some of you came in, and I gave birth to it. Lots of labour pains there and there. You understand? I spoke to my husband about it. I said, "What do you think?" He said, "You know what, Hannah, do whatever you want to do. I am right behind you." And I also spoke to my mentor, Sarah. I introduced her before, and I said, "This is what I want to do." She said, "You know what, Hannah, I'm here for you whenever you need me." So remember to have a mentor, somebody that you can depend on, someone that can give you ideas. Someone that you can actually work with. Someone that would actually cheer you on and celebrate your success. It doesn't matter how small your success is, just celebrate it. Today has been a huge success. If I planned this event and nobody showed up, what would it be? Well, God has been really good, and He has favoured us in so many ways. And so we need to celebrate ourselves, celebrate our success, and also cheer other women on. We're in it together. When I put the poster up about this event, if you see the hashtag, I said, we are leaving no one behind. We are leaving no one behind this year. You understand? Whatever I could do to help you, I will do it. And whatever you can do vice versa to help me, please do it. Because at the end of the day, one woman cannot carry the whole universe. It's not possible, isn't it? You need different expertise, you understand, to really work together and rolling it together, So thank you so much for coming. And I just want to, share this workshop with you just before you go, because I feel it's so important. This is one of the reasons why we're here, to talk about taking actions. Because, there are barriers in taking actions, Some of us have made, that's me with my little face there. Tips on staying focused on your goals, SMART goals, planning your goals, and also using a worksheet which I've printed on the table. So basically the workshop objectives is to basically get a better understanding of how to plan and lay down the foundation towards completing your goals. And number 2 is receive tools to assist in completing your goals, and talk with your peers, about the challenges or roadblocks that we have encountered, So let's start. Goal setting. What is goal setting? Anybody? What is that? What does that mean to you? Goal setting. Anybody?
Having a focus.
Yes, having a focus, having a plan, putting something to the table, isn't it? Putting something down, something that is invisible, and then you turn it into visibility, So that's what it is basically. So goal setting is the process of deciding what you want to accomplish and devising a plan to achieve the results you desire. I like that word, desire. I desire to have a 3-month pilot women's and men events at the Barking Town Hall. And so my desire was fulfilled because I took steps and I was able to achieve it through getting people involved, like the councillor, do you understand, through liaising with a team. And so you've all heard about it and you've all came today. So my desire has been accomplished, okay? And then why goal setting is important. Why is it important? Why do we set goals? You understand? You can, start the year and say, right, I'm just going to live my life, without no rules, without no goal setting. I'm just going to live. And then when I get to 31st of December, I'll be, rejoicing. I'll be doing Merry Christmas and then saying Happy New Year. But why goal setting? Why is it important? Anybody?
To work towards your desire.
Exactly, to work towards your desire, your Pacific. I remember Fumi saying when we introduced ourselves in the beginning, and I said, tell me your name, your business, one quality about yourself, and what goal you want to achieve this year. I remember Fumi said, I just write down goals. Remember, I write down goals, there's no plan, I just write them down. And then all of a sudden she decided to write them down, but have like a 3 months, 6 months plan, isn't it? Monthly plan, exactly. So, goals are the target towards which goals are the targets towards which you point your life. Do you understand? Where do you want to be? Do you understand? Where do you see yourself in the next year or so? When you get to the 31st of December, what do you want to say to yourself? What accomplishment do you want to see and say, wow, I've done it? Do you understand? You know, from the 31st of December, what is your plan? What goal do you want to tick off and say, right, I've done that, I've worked really hard, I've achieved it, I need to celebrate myself, yeah? Goals give you a starting point and a destination to reach, absolutely. I had a vision in my mind, I had a goal in my mind, and my aim was determined to go out there and achieve it. And so my destination was to connect with somebody who can help me to move to the next level, okay? Written goals help you to see where you are going, what changes you need to make, and if you are progressing towards your prize. What is that prize? The prize is what you've set yourself to do, isn't it? Do you understand? Okay, for example, you want to start a business. Do you understand? You just start broadcasting and say, oh, I want to start a business. You understand? You'll be saying it from January 1st to January 31st, and then it will be 2019. And then you'll be saying the same thing.
I really want to start this thing, but
you know, we're talking about smart goals here. Smart goals, you know. Be specific, know what you want, and go for what you want. To achieve your life goals, you must make sacrifice, absolutely. I'm a mother of 3 kids. I've been married for over 13 years. My first child is 13 years old. And so there are sacrifices that needs to be made as a mother. We all know that, you know, some of us who are mothers in here. And so it's important that you make sacrifices because you know what you want to do. You know how you want, you know what you want to, you know where you want to get to, and so you make sacrifices because what you want to see is the bigger picture. Do you understand? You want to have a vision of where you want to be, okay? And then stay committed. Stop moving around. Stay committed. Stay focused. Stay still. Focus on what you need to do. Do you understand? And then overcome challenges and work your plans. Right. I remember. Unfortunately, you know, we were based in Starting Point. A lot of my sisters are here, team colleagues over there, you know. We're based in Starting Point, and we're not in Starting Point anymore. That was a challenge because I felt, gosh, I've got such a long plan for 2018. Where am I going to be? Do you understand? How am I going to deliver my workshops? How am I going to do my programs? And then the opportunity came, which allowed me to overcome it. You understand? Through Sarah, she was able to support us all as a team and get us shifted to Ripple Road. You understand what I mean? Yeah. And so, during this event, I was able to also liaise with Cllr, and then I was able to overcome it because I knew that the challenge was going to be getting a venue. You know, getting a venue, getting a place to do the workshop. And so I overcame it by doing my bit. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, you will find as you set goals that are focused on God's vision, the more you will grow and accomplish. For those of you who are Christians who believe, you will definitely relate to that line. If your goals are aligned with God, do you understand, then it's really easy. Things will not be difficult because it's aligned with Him, you know? Okay, so goals help you focus your attention on purpose and make it dominant aspiration. And then the last one, when you have definite target, it positions you for real success, absolutely. And a specific goal does not take around the circles. It puts you on a direct course of action. So those are the list of why we set goals. And so I'm moving on to tips on staying focused on your goals. This is the tool that I use. How many people use this tool? Smart Goals. Yeah, fantastic. Nick uses it. So then I follow the acronyms, you know, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, timely. All these things really, really does make sense. You know, when you want to start a goal and you want to achieve something, you've got to be realistic, number one. Can I do it? Is it possible? Is it realistic? Is it right in my time zone? Do you understand? Because some goals, you probably can't achieve it now because it's not the right time. Do you understand what I mean? So is it timely? So SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. They are like a text roadmap that makes it easy to pinpoint what you want and exactly when and how you plan to get it. Okay? Specific goal should be clear and easy, absolutely. So a vague goal would be, I want to lose weight. Okay, fine, you want to lose weight, but how many pounds do you want to lose? You know, when do you want to lose it? What are the activities you need to do to lose the weight? Do you know what I mean? Not, oh, I want to lose weight. You'll be there till 2018. You haven't lost anything. You understand? So you've got to be specific with your goal. So for example, I've made an example here. A common goal, get healthy, is too general. There are so many ways to get healthy. how do you want to do it? What do you want to do? Do you want to register at the gym? Do you want to, get a person to go with you to walk on, to go to the park, do some exercise? What is your plan? And also, and then you need to break it down, and then it becomes more easier and more, easier to manage. So weight loss, you've got to be very specific with it. How much you want to lose, what steps you have to take, how you're going to manage it, and you need someone to basically help you with that. And also, if we look over here, for a goal to be specific, we need to look at these questions, what we need to ask ourselves. To set a specific goal, you must answer 6 questions. And they're all W questions. And who is involved? So I'm going to use today as an example. Who is involved? Councillor Sade's. What do I want to accomplish? I want to empower women because that's my passion. That is my calling. That is my ministry. You understand? The more I run away from it, the more God drags me here. Do you understand what I mean? So that is my passion. That is my calling. And today, have I fulfilled that? I have. There's a sense of fulfillment that I've accomplished that. I've inspired somebody today. I've made people connect together today. So yes, I have. Sorry, I've moved a bit. Okay. Identify a location. We are here, aren't we? Yeah. This is our location today. Establish a time frame. I remember working on this since last year, sort of around September. Yeah, I've been working on it. And identify requirements and constraint, specific reasons, purpose of benefit, accomplishing the goal. The benefit is to help support women from all walks of life. You understand? The benefit of it is to basically make sure that we are able to connect with each other and empower each other and support each other. Okay? And then, is it measurable? When you set your goal, is it measurable? Can you measure it? Can you measure? And so the kind of questions you want to ask yourself is, how much, how many? So for example, if you wanted to lose weight, you want to know how many pounds you want to lose, and then how long is it going to take you to lose that? And what actions are you going to be doing? So when it comes to measurable, you want to write the numbers down. So that way you know that, I've lost 7 pounds today, and so I need to do more, you understand? So measurable should contain figures. Attainable, you understand? So attainable is basically, is very similar to measuring. So before you can add a number, you have to know how high or low. So you have to know how much you want to lose and what is the result that you're actually looking for. And then it becomes attainable. And then is it relevant? Now that you say you want to lose the weight, can you lose it now? You understand? Is it the time zone for you to lose it? Let's say it's December, you're going to be eating quite a lot of Christmas meal. So is it the time for you to lose it? Or maybe perhaps it should be one of your New Year resolution for you to lose it in the new year. So is it relevant for this particular time? And for this event, it's relevant because we're in the new year and people are setting goals, isn't it? People are making New Year resolution. And so for this event, it's definitely relevant, yeah? And then time bounding, yeah, which is the last one. Can you achieve it at a certain particular time? So whatever goals you set, you've got to put time to it, because you don't want to say, I want to lose weight, and then let's say within the next 2 months, you've not actually lost anything. You've got to put time into your goal setting. And then I'm going to call Ariola.
This one is a surprise.
Yeah, I'm going to call Ariola. To come and talk about 7 tips to setting personal goals that will inspire you to take action.
Okay. Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, madam. Thank you, all the ladies in the house. Thank you, all the celebrities here. Have you got a pen and paper, please?
Yes.
Everybody get pen and paper. Let's practice. So, everybody get pen and paper, please. I am sorry. Okay, use your phone. We have to take something away. Have you got paper? Ahead, madam.
Yes.
Okay, this gold business. I will tell a story.
Well, we're still live at the All Women's Network, coming live to you all the way from Buckingham, Dagenham. Once again, my name is Olayomi Koiki.
My daughter said she wanted to go to Cambridge because her teacher kept telling her to go to Cambridge. And I thought, okay, well, I'm a Christian, so I thought all things are possible. And she said, I don't think it's going to happen. I said, you know what, I don't even know. Let's just write this goal down. So she took a piece of paper. We had a big argument about this. I said, write it down, because in my house we do vision boards. This is why I said, well, you should get a piece of paper. Write it down and write what you need. Like, kind of a thing to get there. So she put their A stars in all her subjects. I'm happy to say that that happened. She said every time she got up in the morning, she would look at it and go, this is my goal. In the same vein, I don't know if you know about this, we created this board game from back in the Dagenham, and it's gone to America and Australia as I talk to you. We've won some awards. We've been on the BBC, we've been in newspapers, Daily Mail, Sunday Times. It was because of goal setting. So I have my room is a mess of paper all over the world. I've got all these vision boards. So anything I can't solve, I don't know how I'm going to do it, I just write it on there. I prayed and said I want a multinational team, I want awards, I want to be on TV, I want this, I want that. And Molly and I will go to BBC. We'll go and sit in the one show, like a joke. And each time we go, we'll say one day we're going to be interviewed on the BBC. And actually it happened in BK's house. The BBC came to us and we were, oh yes, we're all interviewed. So this thing works, so let's do it now. Everybody piece of paper, we're going to write one thing down. Right, one thing that we want to achieve this year, just one thing. I know there are loads, just one thing that's really, really key, very important to everyone, just one. Are we done? It doesn't matter how impossible it looks, just one thing. Okay, the next thing, set a deadline. Ooh, don't put January 31st, because I don't want it to take too long. Set a deadline. It says work on your mindset. Tell your mind, that voice that says it's not possible, tell it it's a lie. That if Anna can do it, and Shadi can do it, Reverend Shadi can do it, Councillor Shadi can do it, and everybody else who's been doing something can do it, so can you. Madam here, she got onto the BBC as well. The BBC was promoting her thing. She had Washington Post and all the other big papers. I didn't know she could do it though, but she did it. So anything can happen. Okay. Work on your mindset. That's about that. Develop your skill set. So I would like you to write down, is there anything, any skill, any contact, any opportunity that you need to get that thing you want? So do you need a mentor? Do you need money? Write it down, please. Take the first step. Take the first step. Okay. I don't know how to talk about that one. Take the first step.
Work on your mindset.
Yeah, we've got past that too.
We've got past that.
Yes.
When we're taking the first step.
Yes.
For me, that's very key.
Yes.
What I tell myself is to achieve the seemingly impossible,
yes,
start with the possible. So there's always something that you can do. So if you're looking to get to step 10 on the ladder, start with step 1. You can always do step 1. By the time you've done step 1, you can go to step 2. By the time you've done step 2, you can just progress like that.
Fantastic. And I'm going to rush through the rest because we haven't gone that far. Okay, so I need some volunteers, 3 volunteers. I want 3 people to tell me what they've written down and what step they're going to take. And I want them to choose somebody to make them accountable to that step. So number 1, you have a goal, sir? Yes, thank you. It's so nice to have a man. Yes. Yeah, the women's. Okay. All right, sir.
To visit the whole 36 states of Nigeria.
Okay, amen. Madam, do you mind?
Sorry, I do apologize.
This is for this year, right?
2018,
okay.
yeah.
And what did I say was the next thing?
Set a deadline.
The deadline by end of 2018.
Okay, and what's the first thing you're going to do?
I've been reaching out to those that have taken that particular route, so that I can be guided by the time I start my own.
Thank you for sharing. Do you know what? May I introduce you to Reverend Afolasade Bright? She's got contacts. EK show. I'm
connected to them already.
You're already connected. Is there anybody else who can help with that goal, please? Anybody else? What was the goal? Sorry. They want to go to 36 states in Nigeria this year. We need airline tickets. We need places to stay. Please, if you can help him, can you make sure you speak to him?
Is to be able to showcase the best of the country, so that she
so
was.
It's like a documentary about.
Yeah, but using the power of the social media.
She could help you too. So please, oh yes, I have BBC contacts. We'll talk. So you can like, yeah, okay, no problem. All right. Okay. Right. Number 2. Who's the next person who's going to help us, please? Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry. I didn't ask for your name. That was on the video.
Olayomi Koiki.
And what do you do, sir?
I'm a social media blogger and a media as well, journalist.
Really?
Yeah.
How come we haven't had a conversation? Okay, we'll take that. All right, what's your name? Lucy, this is going to tell us your goal. Okay, your goal?
I want the business to run itself.
Oh, I like that.
So I think, yeah,
how are you going to do that? I don't know. Automate it?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
But I have a goal. So
okay, so can anybody help with that? Automation? I
want the business to run itself.
Okay. Mr. Rich Vision, he will help you. Yes. So you meet today, you're taking that step. He's taking that step. But
maybe a self-service website or something like that.
run a kids' clothes shop and it's all online. So.
Do you have an e-commerce website?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we have a conversation? I know about
So she already took some steps. She just needs to.
Yeah. All right. So that's number 2. Is there anything else you need to do? That's it.
Give me the date or whatever.
Date. When do you want it done by?
December the 1st.
No, madam.
Yeah.
Madam?
Why
December?
not? Yeah.
You have to wait till December.
You have to
Can we do March 31st?
All right.
Sarah, scary, isn't it? But you're doing it with us. So let's look like you're doing it with people, so we're doing it together. So we're always confident. Let's take the ferry away. Okay, one more question, please. Yes, I'm so glad you spoke. I've been loving your smile. What's your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Afolasade. I came in late. I'm a chef. I do my own products. But I'm having difficulty about the products. Okay. I've been doing it for the past 3 years now. Okay. My product is the Perica, it's the green sauce, aka Amache. It's been registered, it's been taken to lab, and it's been, I've been distributing it to a couple of shops now. It's in DAGENHAM, it's in Race, Longford, Larkin. It's a little bit everywhere. But I'm really facing a challenge.
Which is?
Number 1, adverts. I had a goal last year that I need to be able to get 20 shops because I said couples, 1 is 10 and 1 is 5.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get enough shops, like 20 shops, I got less than 10 shops. This is a new year.
So you want to do the 20? Okay, fantastic. Who can help with that? Did you put
I've
your hand up?
already helped with one in Oslo, and I hope your products are in the end.
Yeah, you didn't take it.
We'll go back. Money has a way. She knows how to talk.
So
The gentleman there will help you. Sorry, sir. I don't even know your name.
Reg.
Reg. Ah, Reg. Reg. Mr. Reg from Reg. Okay, who's next?
Do you leave your products as they're sold and they pay you?
Yeah, once I drop the product, once I finish selling it, they'll call me, I'll come and pick it up. So sometimes it takes 2 weeks to finish selling it. And if the other shops finish in 1 week, and driving round, I don't mind if it can stay in 2 weeks, but sometimes they drag it to 3 weeks, and sometimes it makes me feel like maybe the product is not well known. In fact, there was a time I tried to connect to a lady, she's an actress in Nigeria, to promote it for me on Instagram and stuff. Yeah. But people are like, she's in Nigeria, how can she promote a product for you in UK?
Can I just say, well, when you're picking products, sometimes you go out of your own community to other communities. I'm talking about Zimbabwean community. Yeah. They have Nigerian food. Okay. And I haven't had anyone that goes towards those type of things. So sometimes it's better to go out of your own community and try.
I don't mind, because my first vision, because I started as a chef in this country, my head chef wanted the product to go to Tesco, like the reggae sauce. But when we get to Tesco, they told me we need to test the market, that our was going to. So I tried everywhere, but I could convince people that really knows me from my church, taking their own shop. So once they start taking it, they like it because it's so different. In fact, some people are doing it that is not, they didn't register because everything got registered.
I like your product. I buy your product.
Thank you so much. No problem. Mr. Reg will help you. Money will help you with Zimbabwe and and it's been such a pleasure. Money, First Lady. Don't kick me out of here. I want to call back to speak. I beg. So thanks everybody. Thanks for listening. I hope that was useful. And my name is Ariola, and we're known for the Be Money Wise game. Actually, can I just add this? One of my my goals was that I want to get this game into every school in the country. And I've now got a sponsor who says that any teacher who enters this Money Wise competition, they're also called Money Wise with an S, mine is a Z, they will give a free game to that school if they participate. So, I've got 1 or 2 flyers there, and so that's my goal. Working. Thank you, everyone.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, that really brings us to the end of our networking events. You guys have been so amazing. I would like to say thank you to Nicholas Reynolds for the wonderful, for being our speaker for today's event. Thank you so much. And also thank you to Councillor Bright, who's actually left the room. Oh, you are. Thank you to Councillor Bright. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody for taking part, for getting involved, and for attending today's event. I would just like you to save the date, the 27th of February. We'll be back here again talking about health talk. We've got two fantastic speakers here, and we'll be talking about issues with health, getting into the NHS services, and also the barriers that we have also as to how we can, get support in terms of talking about health issues. So 27th of February, we'll be here again. And Nick, just want to say something.
I was just to repeat what I said earlier. I'm very happy to share the slides that I've prepared with you guys by email or whatever, WhatsApp. Just take my card, it's over there. And I'll just send that to you for free, no worries. And connect me after giving me business card as well. There's also a customer survey, but it's the blue and white sheet. If you want to fill that out, then you can WhatsApp me the results. I'll do a bit of checking around and see what kind of money I can get back into your pockets through the things you're using. So
fantastic. And so for some of you who came a little bit late, if you haven't signed the registration sheet, kindly sign it for me. And I've put around evaluation form. Kindly tell us what you think about today, what we can do better, how we can make it better. Thank you so much. And we have finished. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, just before we go, can we have a group picture? Is that okay? So have a group picture? Yeah. Okay. Where should we do it? Outside there?
Yeah.
So can we all have a group picture outside there? Is that okay? Thank you so much.
Once again, that it will be the final from the All Women's Network. It's been a very beautiful session, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers that have been watching us from all over the world, I could see Mayor Ola Fancy just join us all the way from Liverpool. Thank you very much for joining us, and also to everyone. We'll be back again next month, the 27th of February 2018, when we'll be coming back again. And the next topic that we'll be looking to will be health. Once again, what a very beautiful day, engaging with so many women and men, setting your goals. 7 tips to setting personal goals that will inspire you to take action. My own is planning to visit the 36th state of Federal Republic of Nigeria. I set a deadline, and I plan to achieve that between now and 2018. I've been working behind the scene with a lot of individuals that have taken that same bold step. If I just speak to you in just about a few minutes, thank you very much for joining us. And we'll just take 1 or 2 questions. Why is it important to set a goal? Why is it important to set a goal?
It's really important.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, mine, yeah. It's really important to set a goal, because if you don't have a goal, you don't have a focus, so you have nowhere to head, and you're just going to, go around in circles, you're not going to get anywhere, and you're just going to feel your energy is just going to be flat. You're just not going to have the energy you need to drive you where you need to go.
Okay, and the last question, what actions will you take to achieve your goals and stay productive? What actions will you take?
Can I have your colour list?
First of all, you need to write down your goal. Then after that, you need to think about the things that you need for that goal to happen. And so you need to be willing to take some steps towards that thing happening, so you have that energy. So yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Let's just go outside and get the individuals to be able to. Let me take yours. Your card. Once again, it's all about networking and All Women's Network taking place right here Backing and Dagenham.
I made those, yeah.
Oh, you're bringing our labels.
Thanks, everyone.
This was great today. I found this on Eventbrite.
Once again, if you've just joined us, you've missed the whole session and you're able to watch it back, but not until the live coverage is finished. What is happening now is just doing a bit of more networking right now. We're still live all the way from Backing and Dagenham Council. Once again, what a very beautiful session that has taken place just at about 10 o'clock this morning. All Women's Network, for those of you that have just joined us, the event have just come to an end. Thank you very much for joining us. Dr. Dayo Olomu, all the way from London here. And also every one of you that have joined us. It's been a very beautiful session, and we should be getting to watch this after the live event has already been concluded. We've had beautiful speakers. There's also a lot of events coming up within the community. Make sure you keep an eye on a lot of the posts that we pushed out. We also have the first immigration seminar that will be coming up this weekend. I've also been told Pastor Tunde Bakari will be in London this weekend. We pray also for Mr. Greg Abani. I'm sure over 1,700 people have now watched the church service that took place. Photo.
Another new style.
Where's your phone? Group photo.
I'm setting up the community choir.
What you're watching right now is the group photo before we bring the live coverage to an end.
And for the community choir, we'll be performing during the Women Empowerment Month. We're performing Praise the Minister. There's a minister coming from Nigeria, I'm not mentioning the name. Loads happen. I'll tell you.
If you don't look here, when the picture is taken, then your eyes is either going down, and we don't want that. So when you all look down, okay, let's not use that. That's for.
You got to one post something crazy now.
Yeah,
something crazy.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, something crazy.
And just your last word before we wrap up the live coverage. If anyone want to say everything you want to say right now in a group, and then we can just end up, okay, she wants to take a picture.
Oh, Women's Network.
Okay, so we can then come to the end of the live coverage.
I think we just need to say thank you to Anna for putting this together, because even though we're saying all Women's Network, we need someone to lead. So thank you, Anna, for leading and putting us all together. And we thank our men as well.
Thank you.
For supporting us. Thank you.
I hope I've been Well, what a very beautiful one. Once again, bringing the best coverage as it's happening globally, and also as it's happening within the Nigerian and the whole community. We're working tirelessly for 2018. There's a lot coming up, I can tell you that. But set up a goals and work with a lot of mentors. I'm working with so many of them. I can see my very big mentor there, Dr. Olayomi. We speak almost all the time. And you must also have someone that is your mentor, and that will then take you to the next level. Once again, I will speak to one or two people before we'll bring this live coverage. And we'll be back again before the end of the week for another very beautiful event that will be taking place over the weekend.
not around for me I can't go. No, you're not going to let me go. Yeah, it's what's called pounds.
There's special price today.
What sort of special price would you like?
10.
Wait to walk, she won't let me walk.
That's great. But the bank might not be able to check it first. But I like it. No, you are allowed to go.
We need to take a picture together.
Okay, just for closing up this event, what will be your last word as we're just finishing now?
It's just to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to all our speakers who came out today. And it's just been a really good, phenomenal day. Everybody felt inspired, everybody connected, and everybody now has a platform to now basically work together and build up collaboration and partnership embarking in Dagenham. We hope to continue doing this. We'll be here again on the 27th of February. And the topic will be more about health education, and we'll be discussing about health issues with NHS as well. And so for that one, we're also going to have speakers on the day as well. So thank you so much. It's been an amazing day. Looking forward to doing it again. Thank you so much for watching.